Hello everybody, Antoine here for Simarchitecture and welcome back to the channel. So today we're building a Harry Potter inspired build, and indeed we're building the 12 Grimmauld Square that we discover in the Order of the Phoenix. And it's been quite a long time since I wanted to build a Harry Potter inspired build, but I didn't know really which one. So first of all, of course, I thought about building Hogwarts, but it was really a huge project, and to be honest, I don't feel able to do this because, first of all, the 64 by 64 lot is really big, but not big enough, I believe, for Hogwarts, even if some people already did it, just like Hetzi, for example, or there's another one that I like, but anyway, many people did it, and that was also one of the reasons why I didn't want to build Hogwarts, because everybody did it. It was quite the same with the Weasley's house, the Burrow, and yeah, it was kind of, repetitive. So then I had a few options left, like Hagrid's hut, but this is still on my list. I believe I will build it someday. Or the Ministry of Magic, but it was quite the same problem as Hogwarts. You really need a large lot, and the problem is that it's under the earth, and you can only build 2 levels under the earth in the Sims 4, so that could be a real big problem. And also I wanted to build Gringotts, but it was the same problem as the Ministry of Magic. So that's why I decided to build the House of the Family Black. Or the Black Family, yeah, it's better. So I started building like fake houses and buildings, just really in the London style. And one of those in between is the Black House. But of course in the Sims 4 you can do this magical effect when all the houses around are moving and the house is appearing, so it's not possible to do it, and you know it, so you just put it in the middle of other houses with a different brick color. The house is completely black. And I want you to be aware of this. This is not meant to be 100% accurate with the movie, because this house is both inspired by the movie but also by the representation I had while reading Harry Potter. So yeah, it's a mix of both the books and the movies. And also I found on the internet several floor plans, because in the movie there are a lot of rooms that we don't really see, and it was kind of real, yeah, difficult to figure out how it looks. So on the first floor you will see there is the formal dining room with a study. If you want to go to the kitchen you have to go downstairs, just like in the movie. I don't know if you remember this big kitchen with a huge dining table with many different chairs and clutter everywhere, and that's exactly what I did. You will see later. And actually this is probably the most accurate room, and also the living room, which is kind of really accurate, and this is my favorite room, to be honest. I just love the atmosphere, both magical, gothic, bit haunted. And also there's this tapestry room, if I say it properly. I never read Harry Potter in English, so there are really a lot of names and objects that I don't know how they're called in English, because the French translation is really interesting, because the translator really recreated every word, but he still respected the universe. And I actually wrote a 12 pages subject about the translation of Harry Potter, both in English, French, and German. And Yeah, I compared many versions, and yeah, it's so clever, like when the translator is finding new words. And this is really something particular for the French version, because most of the other translation are actually just using the same word as J.K. Rowling. And yeah, the French version is almost the only one where the translator really reinvented everything. So yeah, now I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, the tapestry room. If I'm not wrong, you know, with this big tree with all the picture of the Black family and all the people related to this family. And if I remember well, it is a special room, like a room dedicated to this tapestry. But I decided to put it in the living room. So I used a wallpaper from the Vampire pack, and I added many different paintings and portraits that I downsized. Only I noticed it a bit later. Those paintings from the spooky stuff pack, you know, they're haunted. The change, but when you downsize them, the effect is still on the normal size, so it's kind of weird. But when you set the game on pause, you won't see it. Anyway, so all the house is really old looking, really dirty. There are spiderwebs everywhere, dust everywhere. Everything is dirty, used, really old looking, and this is the atmosphere I really want to recreate in this build. And it's more about the atmosphere than how accurate the house is actually. So I really wanted to have the atmosphere we can feel in both in books and movies. So the living room is really my favorite room because it's also one of my favorite scenes in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, when they're trying to escape from the Death Eaters, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. And I spent the night in this living room, and I just loved the way it was decorated. I really loved the atmosphere of this room, so this is exactly what I tried to recreate, and I'm kind of really happy with the way it turned out. So you will probably guess it, I'm a really big Harry Potter fan, and actually I already talked about it in some other videos while I was talking about books and so on. So Harry Potter has really had really a huge impact on my life because I grew up with Harry Potter, with both the books and the movies, and still now from time to time I take a book and I read it. I usually read the Order of the Phoenix or the Goblet of Fire because those are my favorites, and also the Deathly Hallows. And it's quite the same for the movies. The 4th, the 5th, and the 7th are my favorite movies. And I would be curious to know what is your relation with Harry Potter. It's really interesting because they're both people that are huge fans of Harry Potter and also people who just don't care at all. But for me, it's kind of strange because it's really like the biggest thing that happened in our generation, I believe. So yeah, I'm curious to know what you think about it. And I also hope that all the Harry Potter fans won't be disappointed by this build because, yeah, I'm kind of a bit stressed out, you know, because there's such a big community and some people could be like offended. Probably not offended, it's a bit strong, but you know what I mean when fans are disappointed. Anyway, I really had a lot of fun building this. It was something totally different from what I usually do, and I hope I will have more inspiration for another Harry Potter inspired build soon. Probably not in the next videos, but a bit later. So yeah, we're already at the end of this voiceover. I will let you with the rest of the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!